Welcome to our AEW review for the Winter is Coming special episodes of Dynamite and Collision. Very, very good show. The Dynamite was from Atlanta, Georgia, and Collision just wrapped up from Cardiff, Wales. Starting with Dynamite action. The show started with the finals of the women's tag team tournament. Babes of Wrath versus Timeless Love Bombs. Really good match, as usual, with this entire tournament. Tony hit the Storm Zero on Harley, Mina, but it gets broken up. Mina pin gets broken up by Willow. Harley survived a lot of offense during all of this. She hits her finishing maneuver. Willow gets a tag in, hits the Dr. Bomb, and the Babes of Wrath win the first inaugural tag team championship for the women's division. Super good. I gave it 3 stars. I really like it. There's enough tag teams now that we'll see some more action. After the match, the Love Bombs shook hands, setting themselves up for a rematch. What did you think of that?
Pretty good. Gave it a 2.5.
Anything stand out for you in it?
No. The weird handshake at the end.
Yeah. So then they had a couple of backstage segments before the next match. It was the Ops with Joe saying Eddie is going to get what he wanted tonight. Joe's going to show him the old Joe, the violent Joe, whatever. But yeah, just Joe's promising to be violent tonight. And the second backstage was Death Riders. Moxley's back is to the wall, but that's where he likes it. He's firing on all gears. He's ready to go. He doesn't care that he's down in points. He's ready for his match because that's how it is when you're in the Death Riders. Second match was C2 Gold League. Jack Perry filling in for Darby Allin going up against Kazuchika Okada. Perry started out quick, jumping Okada. That anger towards Don Callis' family. Perry gets knocked off the corner and lands on the camera grip on the side. That was kind of a funny spot in there. But Okada manages to nail the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3. It was your usual Okada, like, power control type thing. Yeah. I gave it 1.5.
I gave it a 3.5.
Huh?
Okada won with the Rainmaker. Jack was out cold. Don offers a place in the family and the Young Bucks money if Jack sides with him, joins the family.
Yep, afterward when the family comes out.
Then the Dino comes out. Young Bucks come out. And then the Young Bucks come in the back of the ring and hit the family with chairs. Okada begs the Young Bucks not to hurt him. That one I thought was quite funny. See him on his knees.
Did they corner Dawn?
Yeah. They had it was
Dawn
like
trapped
4,
in the middle.
It was like 3, and then Dino was behind him, and Dawn was in the middle.
Yeah, but Takeshita dived in for the save on Dawn.
Yeah, as they always do.
Well, him taking the super kick is going to play into that feud with Okada and the family. Oh, Takeshita took the super kick.
Okay, that's all I got on that.
The family escaped with the money too. I think.
No.
Bucks escape with the money.
Yes, Young Bucks were in the ring with the money.
Okay, I guess they get their money back.
That's why Dawn was like yelling, "Give me back my money!" And then that's why that leads into this next
upcoming match that they'll have. Yeah, okay. So then there was
Eddie nervous about his match.
Yeah, Eddie talking about how he wants to make like Terry Funk and the old guys proud. There was also a video package from Monet about her downfall.
Mark out talking in the ring.
Yep, Mark came out with Tony Schiavone.
Yuta, Garcia, and Shafir come out.
Yeah.
Talk a bunch of crap.
Just building up for the Saturday title defense. I like that Briscoe is ready to go tonight. He doesn't give a shit. Briscoe is always ready to go. And then they had another backstage attack with the Triangle of Madness, beating up everyone. Statlander runs them off with a chair. Then we finally get to the next match. It was Trios Tag. Ops had Hobbs and Shibata with the freaking dojo coming out with them versus Swerve and Hangman, which they pointed out like right early in the match that under Tornado Tag rules, the only rule that is different is there's no tags. You can still be disqualified for using weapons. You can still get disqualified for having interference. That said, the match didn't start right off. Hangman and Swerve came in through the crowd with chains. Swerve had the staple gun. The Ops send out the dojo fodder to go meet them in the crowd, and everyone starts getting taken out with punches to the head with chains, and Swerve stapling everybody that comes after him.
Yeah.
That was quite nice. And then eventually Hobbs and Shibata make their way out to start, and they do a nice picture-in-picture split screen segment where you've got action going all around the concourse. Eventually Hobbs and Shibata, or not Hobbs, Hangman and Hobbs get to the ring. Gets to a pretty standard heavyweight fight. Eventually there's a miscommunication between Hobbs and Shibata, and Swerve and Hangman hit Hobbs with a power bomb through a table outside before hitting Shibata with the buckshot lariat and house call.
Buckshot lariat.
Get the 3. I gave it a 3-star. Good highlight. 4.
Yeah.
Anything stand out on it for you?
Not really. You kind of already covered most of my notes. So,
okay.
Yeah.
See, then it was
the next one was Kyle versus Speedball. That one I was actually not in the room for. I had to use the restroom, so.
Oh, and you missed before that. There was backstage with Dawn, who he was mad about his money, and they set up the match for Manchester, England, so that they can get their money back.
It didn't feel like they needed the time.
Yeah, and then Big Stokely had breaking news that FTR and Bang Bang Gang are going to fight in Manchester for the tag titles. But yeah, I'm sad that you missed this match. We really do need to go back and you should watch it. This match got huge reviews afterward. Speedball, Mike Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher. Speedball kept up with Fletcher so much during this with the fast kicks and the quick counter offense to Kyle's power. I mean, as it was sticking down, the 10 minutes went through, they picked up the pace, it started getting a lot quicker, a lot more pinfall attempts. The 5 minutes hit. I'm sitting there wondering, are they really going to push it this fucking far down to the wire? Kyle kicks out of the Time Adventure kick. Kyle kicks out of an Ultima Weapon. It's like, okay, so Kyle's going to go over in this, right? He's now kicked out of 2 big finishing moves. Bailey kicks out of a sheer drop brain buster, and now my brain is broken because they call 1 minute. They start doing the switching pins back and forth, and Bailey finally gets one shifted over and gets the pin locked in for the 3 count with under a minute left. Holy fuck. I'm like, the pacing on this match was amazing all the way through. I gave it 4.5. If they just didn't have the limit of the time limit draw or the limit at the end. But I mean, I'm right there on making it actually a 5.
For the parts that I did see, I actually gave it a 1.5. I did miss a lot of the match. So
yeah. That
could be why.
We have to rewatch that.
I'm good.
Okay. Backstage, Renee with Hangman asking him what's next. He wants his world title back. And then backstage with the Bucks talking to Luchasaurus if they'll help with the Don Callis. Luchasaurus points them to a locker room, which is Kenny's. So they go and ask him, and Kenny lets them in and more or less agrees. Yeah. So that took us into the final match of Dynamite. Eddie Kingston versus Samoa Joe, who comes out with Hook. Ref early ejects Hook from the match, which made us very happy.
Yes.
This was a hard-hitting match. Showed Eddie's toughness. Joe is just really, really good at delivering strong hits. Hard hits on every single person he fights. Joe locked on an STF and gave the salute to Cena.
Yeah.
See here. Joe locked in a Kokita clutch in the end. Taps Eddie out. I was kind of sad to see Eddie go out the way that he did on this, but he went out fighting with it all the way out. Submission finishes, kind of not as bad as a way to go out. I gave it 3 stars. I thought, yeah, it was good.
I gave it 3 stars. Eddie tapping out and then Hook grabbing Eddie's feet. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
See, there was, after this, which we didn't see, Bryan Daniel actually came out and got on the microphone and thanked Eddie and put Eddie over to the crowd after the show went off. It's all on YouTube. I'll show it to you later. It's really good. It definitely gives Eddie his flowers that he deserves. I think Eddie, like I said, the last video, Eddie has like 6 years signed with the company. So he's going to be around. I cannot wait for him to get another shot at a world title. At the world title, he deserves another shot at it. Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. Then it was off to Wales, across the pond, for Collision. And we were quite annoyed this afternoon, trying to get on and watch it. Of course, the HBO stream didn't want to start at 1:30 because the basketball game, I guess going on TBS, went into double overtime.
Yeah.
So the show did not start until 1:50. They started with a recap from Dynamite, mainly the main event and the Heyman Swerve Ops feud. And then they jumped into the first match, which was a tie-over from last week, I guess, last Collision. Swerve versus Alexander. The English crowd is so fucking loud with their chants. And they are so long, it's hard to understand them sometimes with how sing-songy they are. But really loud crowd. Crowd was actually chanting for both sides throughout. It's nice to hear Alexander getting the love of the crowd. Meanwhile, Don's still getting the fuck you, Don chants from everyone. Swerve had the power and agility over Alexander until Alexander started targeting his knee. Eventually, though, Swerve gets the house call, hits him so hard with it, knocks Alexander's headgear off.
That was after
Goes for the pin, gets...
he put Swerve's knee into the announcer table.
Oh, yeah, when they went outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, big slam onto the announce table, targeting Swerve's knee. Finish, though, was the house call, which kicked off Alexander's head, and then he goes for the pin off of that, and Alexander kicks out, so then he hits him with big pressure and gets the pin. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really good, especially with Alexander in there. I thought that was an amazing match.
I don't like Alexander.
They don't put Alexander in big enough matches to where you get to see him do a lot, and he did a lot in that match.
But they got a 3 because Swerve kicked his helmet off.
Okay. Swerve grabbed the mic afterward. He didn't come back to deal with Hobbs or Shibata or the op bullshit. He's not there to deal with Don Callis. He's there for the same reason as Hangman, pretty much. He's there to get his championship back. He considers himself the top contender and makes that declaration to go after Samoa Joe. And then we had a video from the Bucks and Kenny building up for the $1 million match next week. Commercial break, came back
to Tony.
Yep, Tony Storm and Mina saying that they are going to be out there to toast the Babes of Wrath during their celebration.
Yep.
So.
And then we go right into Chris Statlander and the Sisters of Sin.
Yeah, Statlander and Hayter versus Sin. Thekla came out first instead of the sister. Tekla. Her name has a TH.
Okay, but just because there's a TH doesn't mean you need to sound the TH.
H is silent. It's just Tekla.
Yeah, it's like the.
Tekla comes the Thekla the. I'm getting it right.
It's like tomato.
There's no H in tomato at all.
Tomahawk. There's an H.
Yeah, in the hawk part.
It's one word.
No. But Tekla comes out to be the distraction. The Sisters of Sin jump the Hayter and Statlander from behind. They don't keep the advantage for long. Code Blue from Sky, while she's trying to go... Well, Statlander was trying to go for the pin on Julia, was really nice. I don't usually like how Sky Blue sets up Code Blue for a finisher. Yeah. But that one, it was distracted on the pit. Didn't see the tag. It worked out beautiful. Hayter breaks it up. The Sisters of Sin have friendly fire on the outside. And Haterade from Jamie Hayter on Julia gets them the win, which means that Hayter has the momentum from the match behind her as she's calling, as we later run into them. I'll save it for when we actually get to it when they're in the back afterward. Oh, no, it's right after, yeah. So, yeah, Thekla was watching from the box seats the entire time. What did you give that match?
I gave it girls?
Yeah, the girls.
3.
I give it 3 as well. I thought, it was good. Everybody looked good in it. I really did like seeing Code Blue hit very well from a good setup. So, post-match, it was Statlander and Hayter talking, challenging each other basically for a match
Hayter
at World's End. She's ready, yeah. Hayter wants it, and Stat is not going to give it up. So, that match is set for World's End.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, we got Claudio and Takeshita.
This was so good.
I do have to point out, Claudio did the same move on Takeshita as he did on Orange and Darby with the flying elbow. I mean, he wasn't flying, the other person was flying. They just kind of flew into his elbow.
The counter for the anything off of the apron.
Yep.
Yeah. He loves that counter for when people want to jump off the apron or something at him.
Yeah, I hate that. We did not have an actual winner.
Yes, this match went to a time limit draw. It started, as you would guess, very close. Especially in the power game. They've been having Claudio just full-on beast and be way more powerful than everyone. And it was nice to see that Takeshita was matching him in a lot of their holds. Takeshita did have the speed and agility advantage in it, which was what kept him going. It goes outside, and that's when Claudio managed to take back over some of the advantage. They call 10 minutes, comes back into the ring, and they get the 10-minute call. Claudio starts going for submission holds, but can't close it.
Yep.
Takeshita tries for a third, power drive knee attempt, and Claudio hits the pop-up uppercut.
Yeah.
And it's right close to the rope. I was expecting a rope break on it, but instead Takeshita actually kicks out from the pop-up uppercut. They call the 5-minute. They start battling inside. It goes back outside. They both wind up on the ground. 1 minute gets called. They manage to beat the count back in. 30 seconds gets called. Claudio hits a neuralizer, his other finisher, on Takeshita, and Takeshita kicks out. And they're just, I don't even know if they got back to their feet before the bell finally rang, or if they were just down on the ground. But that was so good all the way through. I gave it 5 stars.
Really?
Yes.
I gave it 4. Nobody got a 5-star from me on this one.
Wow. That one was my big time.
But I will say that was the most impressive match that I saw.
Oh, on this show? Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, that kept my attention, yeah.
This might be even match of the entire C2 for me.
Really?
Yeah, that's
impressive to put on there.
Well, CMLL champion, IWGP champion. Like, the only thing that would have made this match better is giving it more time. But because you had the limits of the 20 minutes for the story in it, it made that 20 minutes more impactful, more important. So, yeah, I love it. Plus, it leaves them tied in the tournament.
Next we got...
Next there was a lot of backstage and then the celebration.
Oh, I didn't have any backstage. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was backstage, let's see, with Jet Speed before their match. They know that they bring out the best of each other. They both need the 3 points, so neither one is going to hold back. And then it was the Babes of Wrath celebration with Tony Schiavone in the ring.
Tony Schiavone.
The last time that the Babes of Wrath were in Cardiff, they faced each other. I believe that is their dark match. Unless there was another time. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look it up. Get through the HBO library.
HBO.
Eventually, the Love Bombs come out to be part of the celebration. Tony Storm chants from the English crowds. What are you looking for?
Nothing.
See here. Tony has the great line, "Sickos of Cardiff, lend me your ears." She lists the 3 things that they did. One was censored. The other one, they shook their tits. And the third, they gave the people a match to remember. Great. I love it when Tony talks. Tony is just amazing. And eventually, though, Monet comes out and puts a damper on the entire show. Mina tells her to shut up after she finishes ranting why she should be the one being celebrated. She gets challenged for a match to come down and fight, but of course it's 1-on-4, so she's not going to do that. Instead, she gets more or less challenged to a match for next week. She says she's going to bring some killers. I immediately made the guess of, well, she's going to be grabbing Megan Bang, Shafir, and somebody else.
I didn't even think of Athena.
Yeah, it eventually winds up being shown to be Athena. I was kind of hoping it would be Camilla, her original heavy that she had. But I don't know what happened to her. I know she was off filming American Gladiators with Wardlow, but Wardlow came back, got hurt, and disappeared, and then we never saw her.
Saw who?
Camilla. Yeah, I don't think you remember when Monet first showed up, the heavy hitter that she had with her.
No.
Yeah, after that, Monet leaves. We get a backstage of Ricochet. He's going to be entering the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale next week. And then there was a video for the Battle Royale. We saw Caster, Bowens, Mark Davis, Shelton Benjamin. Notable was that Bobby Lashley is out with injury. I was surprised that they put that in there. But
Bobby Lashley.
Hopefully he gets back. I really want him to get a big main event spot push because Bobby is just so good. Manchester winner gets to go on to the Maximum Carnage for a shot at the championship. And then we had the Jet Speed match. Match 4.
Yeah.
Gold League.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Match 4. Gold League C2 Jet Speed. Bailey versus Kevin Knight.
That one was an interesting match because they're teams, so that means that they know hit for hit. So they know how to combat each other. So it's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Even more into that, Knight and Bailey have crossed paths before in New Japan, with Knight actually coming out the better in both previous matches. So it was a very good match. The handshake start was right into a attempted roll-up by Knight just to keep Bailey on his feet. Super, super tight fight between each other, countering each other. Speedball's back was injured.
Oh yeah, you
from
could tell he
the
was
match
in
with
pain
Kyle.
the entire time.
And yeah, he was in pain, and it slowed him down a lot in this. 10 minutes passed, and Knight goes for the UFO. Bailey gets his feet up to block it. Bailey hits the time adventure kick, and Knight kicks out of it. Bailey eventually gets Knight picked up, and I think he loaded him up in the corner before setting him up for the Rubik's Cube finisher that I haven't seen him hit before. Really cool, like, package driver. Like, super cool. I gave it 4 stars. It was super high-paced, super action, a lot of switching.
I gave it 3.
You gave it a 3?
Did we discuss that Claudio and Takeshita were even now at 7-7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Claudio and Takeshita even at 7-7 because that was to decide who was going to get to 9 first.
But yeah, for Jet Speed, I gave them a 3. Wasn't the best. I cannot stand my hair right now. Sorry.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very good tight match. It moved a lot faster than.
I will say that the Rubik's Cube was quite an interesting move.
Yeah, I'm glad that he pulled that out to give everyone something new to finish the match, something he hasn't ever shown before. Then we had a real nice set of video packages. One from Kyle Fletcher saying that he's respects Pac, but he's going to get his momentum back going through Pac. And then Pac responded that he is in awe of what Kyle has done so far, but Kyle is about to dip his toes into a totally different pool of violence when they get to Manchester. So that will be
interesting.
Yeah. I still have Kyle in it, but I forgot where they were going to be. And then we got to the main event of Collision, TBNT Championship. Daniel Garcia challenging Mark Briscoe. Garcia was very aggressive coming in, pissed off all on his walk, just jumping right at the start. Shafir tried to knocked Briscoe off the corner and wasn't caught by the ref. Briscoe weathered a lot of offense from Garcia, getting in decent counters when he could. Shafir eventually tried to get involved again, gets herself kicked out by the ref, and as the ref is distracted, Yuta comes in and tries to blast Briscoe. Takes Briscoe out. Briscoe kicks out of the pinfall attempt there. Manages to finally hit the J Driller on Garcia for his first defense win. I give it a 3-star. I mean, it's a good defense. It was a good opponent to have for a first defense. I don't like
4-star.
You get 4. I don't like having the Death Riders jumping in. I hate having a lot of that during a match. And Shafir doing it at the beginning, not getting caught, and then doing it to get caught and get thrown out just to have Yuta come in, I'm getting tired of. So. Yeah. But we've got, what is it? Not winner. Well, this finishes Winners is coming.
Yep.
Next up is Holiday Bash.
Yeah.
Which is a 3-hour show.
Yeah, that one's going to be a long one.
Going to be a long one. They have the signing for, as they announced on this show, the World Championship match at World End will be Hangman, Swerve, and Joe in a 3-way. So I pretty much have Joe retaining. 3-ways shouldn't. I don't think that Hangman and Swerve are going to not try and kill each other enough in this for one of them to actually win.
Right.
They announced, what else did they announce? The Mercedes Moné versus Babes of Wrath and Babes of Wrath and Timeless Love Bombs, the 4v4, where Monet has her Megan Bain, Shafir, and Athena tagging with her. I can't remember any. There were C2 matches, the Kyle Pack. I can't remember what the other C2 matches that they have. Oh, it's The other one that was announced was Moxley versus Roderick Strong, which I'm kind of sad about because I wanted it to be Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly, but we're going to get Strong instead. But it'll be a good show. I think they're doing it like back-to-back days, so we'll probably just watch both and then do our review afterward because it's just easier.
Right.
Yeah. But that concludes this review. Thank you so much for watching through. Sorry about the weird break here at the end. Give us a like. Leave any comments you have, any questions you got that you want to throw our way. We'd love to answer them.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, yeah. Do all the good stuff. Share it online to anybody you find. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.
See ya.